Hi, everybody. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and we here at the HeyPoopy Podcast are doing a special fun thing.
Yes, we are here to help fight colorectal cancer with butt prints. You can see it all over our social media. We have some of our past guests and Dave and I making beautiful art with our tuchuses, and we are auctioning off this art at HeyPoopyPodcast.com. All the proceeds will go towards fighting colorectal cancer.
Yes, you can actually own my butt, Ellen's butt, or maybe even Ryan Keeley's butt, hanging on your wall, hanging in your office. I don't know.
And wait till you see these adorable videos all month long for March for colorectal cancer awareness. Hey everybody, it's the HeyPoopy Podcast. What that booty do from poop to pleasure to health. Hosted by me, Ellen.
And me, Dave, two curious people removing the stigma from your stinker. You're probably asking yourself, why do we do this? Because we love laughing, learning all about butts, and helping them be the best they can be. And on this week's episode, we have a friend of mine, Mr. David Bowles, who, this is kind of shocking when he told me this, he is the sole owner of the word poop, trademarked, registered, everything, which is crazy. So we had to have him on the show, and he was fantastic.
And I'm surprised he hasn't used that superpower, because I even asked him, do we owe you money?
Yeah, he didn't really go after anybody for the poop thing. But, I mean, we're hopefully we'll do a little collaboration. Maybe we'll do a little reboot of the poop shirt. But we have all kinds of fun stuff we talked about. And sort of like this clip right here.
I trademarked the word poop, all apparel. So I started silkscreening poop shirts, but then I got booked on this hidden camera show. The way it was set up is that everyone eventually was going to be on the show. Like any cast and crew, there's no off limits. So production crew became, you could be in the background or whatever. So I was like, oh, this would be my own little Easter egg. I'll just wear the poop shirt on shoot days in the background and just see if it makes it in there. And we pulled off the first episode that was pure insanity. And one of the EPs, a very superstitious guy, he goes, you have to wear that shirt on every shoot. And then other cast and the crew members wanted the shirt, so they picked them up. And Paul Scheer was one of the writers at that point. He thought it was funny. I ended up on another show in Atlanta, and then I got like frantic text messages from my brother and a bunch of other people screaming that Paul Scheer was wearing my poop shirt on Best Week Ever.
Yes, and you learned so much about David, and he's a great guy and really funny, and just, I don't know, the poop shirt it went viral before there's a thing called going viral.
Yes. I'll have to follow up with him because I need to get one of those poop shirts.
Yeah, I want one really bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. He says he's got a few laying around, so I'm sure he's got somewhere in a storage unit somewhere we can probably do a trade for.
Yeah, check out our social medias because I posted some pictures with him on wearing the poop shirt and other people wearing the poop shirt. It's pretty epic.
Yeah. And if you'd like to find out more about David or us, you can go to HeyPoopyPodcast.com, and we have all the info in there. I mean, we don't have a poop shirt, but we have all kinds of awesome shirts that you can just wear anywhere you want. Maybe those will go viral.
Everything you need to know is on HeyPoopy.com, HeyPoopyPodcast.com's website, including our colorectal cancer awareness butt prints auction is up there. So give your money and your time for the awareness for colorectal cancer.
Yes. And on to the shit show.
Have you ever let one rip and there was a little extra in your pants? Oh no.
And you only had a sock to help you clean up your mess?
Well, introducing the original Sharkkidcom, an all-in-one poopy pants saving first aid kit for the shits.
This kit comes with a fresh pair of underwear, stain remover, sanitizing and butt wipes, anti-diarrhea tablets, a bag for disposal, plus an extra sock.
Don't be caught behind the dumpster cleaning up your mess without the original Sharkkidcom.
And for all those Hey Poopy Podcast listeners, you get 10% off this butt-saving pack with promo code HeyPoopy.
Go to originalsharkkit.com. Not just a gag gift, but a pants-saving must-have.
That's originalsharkkit.com. Stay away from a stinky situation.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
We're back on this dump a day.
And this is the Hey Poopy Podcast with and Ellen. And this is episode 158, but it'll always be number 2 to us, our favorite number.
Yes.
And we have a very special guest for you today, Dave Bowles or Bowels or whatever.
Depending on how you want to mispronounce it, yeah.
However, my dyslexic brain, I literally thought I had it right. And then when Dave was like, do people call you Bowels? I was like, well, there goes that.
Well, you got the first one. You did say it right. So, you know, that was
there you go.
Yeah, you go. We won the prize. Dave, we met through a friend, Lucy, who we lost to the state of
West
Oregon,
Coast.
Portland. She moved to Portland, which is so lame.
I like Portland, but boo.
Yeah, I don't like it that much. But she was like, you got me my other friend Dave. You guys have the same initials, DLB.
Right.
And then we were both like, oh my God, this is so crazy. So we met at a barbecue.
Yeah. And we also have a lot of like weird, like other interests and fascinations that sort of coincide.
Yeah.
So
they do kind of
It was very
overlap. It was
Yeah.
like interesting. It's kismet
yeah, exactly.
that brought you to the show.
Poop.
Well, there is a poop correlation as well. We'll get to in a minute. Like we do with every guest, we like to check in with our guests and see how they're pooping. So, Dave, let the people know, how have you been shitting lately?
Pretty good. Despite the Super Bowl recently, yeah, things have been pretty, decent. I would say in the solid but not like too firm approach.
Okay. So you're probably like a 4.5, 5-ish on the Bristol stool chart. If you're 4 being
Yeah.
the gold standard, and then okay.
Yeah, I would sort of be in that range.
Okay.
So, yeah, no
Awesome.
complaints. No
Nice.
complaints on that end right now.
That's good. I'm glad to hear. Nice.
And you guys doing all right?
Ellen, do you want to go? Well, the way it's kind of just fleshed out in this whole show is like I usually go for Ellen because Ellen always has some Indiana Jones like Temple of Doom story. But I went to the bathroom twice today, I think. No, once. Oh my God, I had to get up super early. I went to the dentist and one of my fillings fell out while I was flossing. It was so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So I
had that happen once.
Anyway, but leading up to that, it's kind of, again, I feel like it's kind of turning into like an Ellen type story. Friday night, I don't really drink during the week anymore. And I got so fucking hammered on Friday, like last Friday. I have not been that drunk in so long. It was shocking I didn't wake up with the room spinning. Like I had to run. I ran 8 miles that morning, all the way
That's the worst.
from my place to Coney Island with my running group. And I don't even know how I made it. I thought for sure, because like I got about halfway through, I'm like, I got a little twinge in my stomach, like, oh my God, do not shit your pants. Do not shit your pants in this fucking run. But I think it was more just like a bubble gut. I was still processing the night before. But for a split second, I thought I was going to shit my pants again. I'm like, if I do this, it was awful. But made it through, and I felt like 100% better once I got to Coney or Brighton Beach.
Nice.
So, but
Were
yeah.
the bathrums open?
No, I didn't have to go or do anything. I didn't get home until
so it all
like,
worked itself out.
Yeah, by the time I got home, it was like 2:00 because we went. Everybody went into the water like to do like a little polar plunge, and then we got lunch. Took a ride back home. So I was shocked I didn't and then I didn't go to the bathroom until like later that night. So I don't know.
All right.
I guess I must have sweated everything out. So yeah, that's where I was at. That's where I'm at.
Perfect.
And as David, the guest, just told us, Super Bowl just happened a couple days ago. This episode will come out a couple weeks after Super Bowl. But to everybody the Monday after Super Bowl is National Poop Day. So to everybody who had a massive shit on which was also Valentine's Day, congratulations, lovers. I'm so proud of your pooping. Tell us about it. Write us. HeyPoopyPodcast.com about your National Poop Day, Valentine's Day post Super Bowl shits. I have not that exciting of a check-in. I've been pooping kind of normally recently, thanks to I've been doing the papaya some more.
Nice.
Dave and I both take papaya extract, but it helps Dave get a little more solid, and it helps me just to push that shit out and not be as constipated. It's funny how papaya extract works differently for each of us. But the only thing I have to check in really about that would make my check-in epic is I was on the phone earlier, and this was like my third phone call to this company after buying a new hard drive, and it wouldn't set up with my computer, and I was having a mini nervous breakdown. And when I was on the phone, I had my Bluetooth headphones on, and as everybody knows, your Bluetooth headphones amplify every little noise that you do. I don't know how and what, like you can't wash the dishes. You could barely like walk around your apartment without it amplifying. So I'm on the phone complaining and freaking out. Like, why doesn't this extremely expensive new piece of equipment work? And I felt a fart coming on. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to fart. Not even thinking.
Yeah.
It could be loud.
Yeah.
It was loud to me, which means on the Bluetooth headphones, it must have sounded like thunder and lightning, like in my asshole. Epic. Thank God the guy he didn't respond, he didn't acknowledge.
He's like, okay, yep.
He's like, was there an explosion in your area or something?
But when I did it, I like squeezed out the fart and I was like, I didn't think it was going to be that loud. Like,
yeah,
it was one of the louder farts I've done recently.
Nice. He definitely heard that.
Yeah, he totally did. But he was real professional about it. Me, on the other hand, not professional except for this show. If I farted like that on this show, kudos. Oh, yeah. Anywhere else, not so kudos.
Yeah. So, it's more of a Bluetooth. That's a Bluetooth. Oh my God. All right. Well, cool. So, that's pretty hilarious, by the way. I would have loved to see that guy's reaction on the other end. He's like typing.
He already was like, this fucking bitch. Do I have to repeat myself again on how I'm setting this thing up?
Oh.
I went like full Karen on him.
Oh, because
he's probably like, after my 3 phone calls that have taken up 3 hours of my time, I was just like, all right, just make it fucking work. So, yeah.
Okay.
Ripping ass and taking names.
Yeah, man. Jesus. That's pretty hilarious, though. He's probably like, oh, my God. I can't wish he was farted.
That's probably not even the worst thing he's heard. Like, customer service call, you know?
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. He's probably like, oh, at least you farted and didn't like say something else.
It could have been me going to the bathroom and having explosive diarrhea.
Yeah. And you know, the person that was like on the line, like listening in, the other person like just checks like the quality control. It's probably like, did that person just fart? Like after they got the phone, or wow, that was pretty good. You handled yourself very well in that.
You know, if I worked for like one of those telemarketing like phone chains, I would just like record all the calls in case that happened and just keep a bank of like just absurd things that happen, like because you know it's being recorded for quality purposes.
Yeah, so. They probably have like a whole best of mixtape on those places.
Like an end of year like highlights reel.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't work. Did you try plugging it in? Fuck. I don't know. Whatever.
Dave and I recently did the brown hour, and after eating all these really gassy foods, I wanted to record all my farts. It is not that easy. Like timing and like pulling out my phone, getting the video camera ready to like rip ass, but also make sure there's no other like sound happening, or like I would try to move into the other room away from my partner, because if I kept recording myself ripping ass, he'd be like, could you please stop? You know? And the best fart I did was like literally the second I got out of the shower and I was naked and I was like, I can't even record this one. But it was wet and it was so loud, and because my butt cheeks were wet. Yeah. And I was just
wet like that.
Yeah, but like it was impossible. And I was like, to everybody out there, like Paul Flart, you know, the guy who got fired from recording all his farts from being a security guard. Like, I'm like, God bless you for having, it's not that easy to record your farts.
Yeah. There's a guy, I probably want to interview him, but not really. But I also just really want to, he's such a character. I think his name is King Ass Ripper, which by the way is the best name. I think I sent you a link a while ago and you were like, ugh. Yeah, you were like, ugh. I'll see if I can find it again. But anyway, enough about King Ass Ripper. I
feel like I'm so less grossed out by that kind of stuff. That's interesting.
Yeah, but you know, we can revisit.
Maybe I was in a bad place.
Maybe we can revisit.
Maybe I got some new equipment that was pissing me off.
Maybe, yeah. You were farting with some other telemarketer, or what do you call it, control person. But anyway, we have to talk about our fabulous host, or guest. Jesus Christ. I'm like really out of it.
You're the host.
Yes, I'm the host. But we have a fabulous guest we need to talk about.
Yes.
David, if you would please kindly tell our audience a little about yourself, a little background, if you will, just to get to know you.
Well, I mean, the basics. I mean, assuming you want me to start with the basics.
Basics are great place to start.
Instead of like diving
Yeah, we like
right
to
in.
know what you do besides your poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a TV producer, which is how I know our Dave and our mutual friend. We've worked together. So I'm a TV producer, do a lot of reality shows and or cooking shows, which seems to be the
I love
vein of
those.
things that I'm in. So yeah, but I've been in the Brooklyn area for about 20 plus years. Try to make TV, try to make some art on the side. Those are the basics.
Living the dream.
Just trying to live that
Man.
dream.
Out in these streets.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough out there.
Oh, it is.
So yeah, that's like sort of my basics. Been, living these mean streets of Brooklyn for a while.
Excellent. Well,
And pooping.
and pooping, yes. Well, we were David and I were DMing each other, and he had mentioned you made this poop T-shirt that you
Yes.
then had trademarked after I believe the comedian Paul Scheer was wearing it.
Yeah. So that's, I didn't want to tip that part too early.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, no. I wasn't sure how, your flow on,
Oh, gotcha.
but yes. So yeah, in the random scope of things, I don't know why I didn't click earlier because I've seen, you post about the podcast all the time, but yeah, I trademarked the word poop, all apparel. And, it's a long sort of convoluted story, which I'll happily get into. But
Yeah, because do we owe you royalties now?
no, I don't think so. And I actually never enforced it. But
my
it
God,
was
you
more
should've.
just like, I should do this. And, it actually wasn't that expensive to trademark anything. But here's the poop shirt.
Oh my God, yes, I love it. It's
You have to
these.
take a picture of
It's a
that
yes
later.
for sure. We have.
Yeah, I'll send you. I've got some floating around. But yeah, so the long sort of backstory on it was that, in college, I was a huge fan of Mystery Science Theater.
Nice.
And, Poopy Day was one of the funnier, mad invention concepts that came up. So in the early 2000s, the TV industry went to complete shit and there was nothing going on. So I was like, oh, I should just learn a hobby because why not? I've got nothing else to do. So I taught myself how to silkscreen.
Cool.
And this was also in that window when Craigslist Misconnections was still like a really good, like solid thing. So it's like, well, I've got nothing else to do. I should just see if I can get myself noticed in misconnections. So what's going to be the best way to do it? So I started silkscreening poop shirts, basically, because like, this would be great. Maybe someone will see it, find the word funny and go from there, which never happened, sadly. But then I got booked on this hidden camera show and eventually, like, I don't know if it was on the pilot or the actual series, but the way it was set up is that everyone eventually was going to be on the show. Like any cast and crew, like there was sort of no off limits because we were following someone all day and, the cameras just became part of the thing. So production crew became, obviously you could be in the background or whatever. So I was like, oh, this would be my own little Easter egg. I'll just wear the poop shirt on shoot days
That's amazing.
and be in the background and just see if it makes it in there. And we pulled off the first episode that was pure insanity. And one of the EPs, a very superstitious guy, because he was mad that I wore it at first, but then he goes, you have to wear that shirt on every shoot. Okay.
You're like, bring it.
Yeah. So then it became a thing. And then, other cast members and other crew members wanted the shirt. So they picked them up. And Paul was one of the writers at that point. So he thought it was funny. He was still doing stuff at Upright Citizens Brigade and, all that stuff. And that show wrapped out. I ended up on another show in Atlanta. And then I got like frantic text messages. It was like 2004 range at this point, from my brother and a bunch of other people, like screaming that Paul Scheer was wearing my poop shirt on Best Week Ever.
Oh, awesome.
So I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So then, I found clips of it, and then sure enough, he was wearing it. And then he started buying more shirts for people on that show. So it became like a regular thing. He was wearing them like almost every week.
That's
And,
amazing.
people, there's like a whole message board. So that's why, and then people started making knockoffs. So a buddy of mine's like, oh, you should trademark that. And so I was, traveling and I was like, yeah, what the hell? Why not? So I looked into it, and it's, not an expensive process. So, I filled out the whole, form, sent it in. About a month later, got a response back from some attorney that they assign you, and was like, hey, yeah, I think we should do it this way. Let's not dedicate it to like certain fonts. Let's just keep it very open and generic. I was like, okay, sounds good. And then, yeah, like a week later or 2 weeks later, I got an official document in the in the mail.
That happened really quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't like a long process. Like you start.
I've trademarked stuff, and HeyPoopy's trademark. It took us like 8 to 10 months.
Oh yeah, no, this went like pretty quick. Like
Wow.
weirdly, yeah.
that is crazy. I mean, so like,
bizarre.
so
Maybe the trademarking office is like, yeah, we don't see this being trademarked anywhere else. Let's just fast track and get this over with.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's just like a slow time. They're like, well,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it usually takes a long time.
Yours sounds insanely quick.
I mean, I
that's
want to
nice.
say
fast
under, like it was definitely under like a 2-month window. Yeah.
And it's just now, was the trademark just in general poop on anything? Like,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
the oh my
So
god, you can make it a killing.
I know, but it was, and the funnier part was that Paul just kept wearing them like that whole summer. And so it became just more and more of a thing. And I just got really busy with my job. So I just didn't have time to like try to chase like sites down and like do it. And it's also just a very funny, petty case, but I was really wanted to like drop like cease and desist letters and, like send those out. But
That would be so fucking funny. Oh my god.
yeah. But then the crazier part of like all of it. So Paul, like I said, he wore them for a long time. And at some point there was it Desperate Housewives was like the big show. And there was that one episode, and I forget the lead actress's name, that was in like her bathrobe. And it was like a big sort of scandalous scene.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul and I think Sherrod Smalls because it became a Super Bowl ad. They spoofed
Gotcha.
Desperate Housewives in the Super Bowl ad. And so Paul and I think Sherrod Smalls spoofed that Super Bowl ad. And Paul is wearing the poop shirt as if he's coming off the field, hanging a poop shirt into a locker and then grabbing another one out of it. So there are 3 in there.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Then they submitted that clip to the Emmy nominations or that episode. So somewhere, and I can't find it, it's in my storage unit, but I have a DVD of like a For Your Consideration thing of Best Week Ever. And there's like Paul on the cover wearing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's so crazy. Like this little idea you had just wind up on television like that, like over and over and over again.
It was so bizarre. And then because of that shirt, they put in a dress code at Best Week Ever. So then like no logos were allowed to be done after that.
Oh, wow. So you set the precedent. Your shirt.
Yeah, because a couple years, like, I don't know, like 4 years ago, I was back at MTV and I was talking to a wardrobe person just on the floor, like wasn't even on the show I was on. And they're like, oh, yeah, we had warnings about that. So I think in the paperwork, it still says like no logos. And I think the poop shirt is referenced in
that is
like one of their.
I feel like you went viral before it was even viral.
Kinda, yeah.
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 You went viral with clothing. That's
Yeah.
wow. That's awesome. We got to get him on the show. Like, so wait, was when he was doing all this on Best Week Ever, did he ever wear the poop shirt on that show he was on, Human Giant? Or was that before Human Giant?
They overlapped
Oh, okay.
a little bit. But I think by the time Human Giant came on, he was probably still on Best Week Ever, but it was definitely working his way out of it.
Oh, okay. Because I would have been so great if he just transitioned from that show to the other show. It just says, Pooh's like, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever made it on Human Giant. I should go back and watch some of those.
I mean, maybe it's like early episodes, possibly.
Early episodes. It could be in there.
Oh, that is so great. I love that. I mean, you left a lot of money on the table, I feel like.
I know. I really did. I really should have hustled harder on that one.
Oh, that's so...
full-time lawyer.
Yeah. But then I did end up selling a decent amount of them. I said it was probably all said and done. I mean, I probably could have really hustled it if I had a marketing team and actually to do it. But yeah, I probably sold 400 or 500 in the course of.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
That is.
And also in that same window, I was moonlighting at a skate shop in the city, and they ended up picking him up and selling him.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like now you should revisit it, but put a little TM at the end of the poop thing, which makes it even funnier. Like just to see trademark.
Well, it's a registered trademark,
Yeah.
so it's the
the
R in
R.
the circle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! Please
Okay,
do
my
that.
question though is, if you trademark poop on all apparel, if somebody gets poop, actual feces on their T-shirt, can you?
Then I don't think I can go after them for that. I think it's just the word.
I can
not the
see like a
actual-
skit like going so far where you're just
God, yeah.
like, I'm sorry, but you got shit on you, and I own that trademark.
Yeah. Cease and desist. Which I'm sure they'll be like, yeah, no problem. This is gonna happen
Yes, you can
again.
gladly take this shirt back.
This guy will not stop shitting on his shirts. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I just think that is
funny.
so. When you wrote that to me in that DM, my mind blew because I'm like, wow, that's kind of awesome that you're like, side note, I own the trademark for poop.
Yeah. Well, it's something I sort of forget about every once in a while, but it's a good party fact.
That's an awesome party fact. That's a great like talking point.
Yeah. Because I
But
don't
also, like, do people like not believe you?
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
would be
happened
like-
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't come up recent. Well, other than
now.
it hasn't come up like in a while, but yeah, there was a long time where like I would, I'd wear the shirts out and people were like laugh at it and be like, oh yeah, well, I own the trademark to it. And they're like, what? Like, it's very confusing.
Yeah. They're like, why? Oh my God. Well, look, we're gonna have to do some kind of trade because I want to. If you have any extra, we have a bunch.
I should have some around. I had sort of the last color run I did. It was sort of like the tail end of like me sort of putting them out there, and they're still around. So I just have to figure out where in storage I've got them.
All right,
But
well,
I
some
also still
merch.
own the screen, so I can also just pull my own.
That's true. I've got a silk screen squeegee here, so if you need, let me know. I'll just come over with a blank shirt and just like
Yeah,
we'll
we can
do
do
it
some
up.
arts and crafts. It'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
We like to call them farts and craps at this show, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
And we have plenty of t-shirts. Just pick one you like, and we can do it for the two of us. We'll do a trade for Alan and I.
Perfect.
Oh my God, that's so great. Well, I mean, that is fantastic. I love your chutzpah. I love the fact that you saw a hole in something. You like, I need to fill this. There's a void
Yeah.
in the poop world.
It was strictly just like boredom. It was like literally one of those things. And like the word poop is funny. So I was like, all right, well, I find this to be a riot. So maybe someone else will. And then,
Clearly, I mean, it blew
go
up.
from there.
It's the kind of word, though, like that we all say, we all use, we all do, and it's so dividing, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, have you worn the T-shirt around somebody like, no.
Yeah, well, yes. The best story that I had from that was, so right after that hidden camera show, a friend of mine who was the other post producer on it, the show wrapped out and he wanted to do a documentary. And so we were following this band from Memphis and, they happened to do a show in New York. We drove down to Memphis, stayed there for like a week. And then they sort of did like a southern leg and did like Atlanta and then Knoxville. And then that was kind of it. So my wardrobe basically consisted of just poop shirts at that point. And, so I packed a couple of those, we're gone for like 2 weeks. And the only thing I wanted to do on that trip was go to Dollywood because we're going to be driving
Nice.
past it from Atlanta to Knoxville. And, he was unsure about it. I'm like, listen, I don't care what we do on the rest of this documentary, like on this road trip. I don't know when I'm going to be back in this area. I've got to go to Dollywood. Just need to ride one roller coaster, hit the gift shop. That's it. So we pull up there and, it's like, I don't know if you've been to Dollywood at all, but
I've never been.
Well, I recommend it. It's fantastic.
Sweet.
But it's like any amusement park. It's like Six Flags. There's a giant ass parking lot. There's a trolley system that gets you to the gate. There's also an adjacent water park, which is part of Dollywood.
Oh, cool.
So we got on that train with this young couple and she was wearing very short cutoff shorts and like a bikini top, as one does coming from the water park. So we pull up to the gate in line with also a bunch of other people in similar attire. And this nice old woman in a gingham, outfit with a bonnet and like bloomers, like, very old timey Appalachian attire, looks at my shirt and goes, so so what does your shirt mean? I didn't know how to answer that at first. I'm like, well, it just means poop. And she goes, yeah, but what does it mean? And I was like, well, I can't say shit to this old woman. I was like, well, it's like another word for like feces, And she goes, and this went on for like a couple minutes. She goes, well, I guess you're not going to tell me, but all right. They might make you turn that shirt inside out when you get in there. I'm like, okay, fine. Like,
you're like, George Carlin did not put this on his 7 dirty words list. So.
No, and I thought like she was, like running with a joke for a while, but it was like, no, there's no hidden camera. There's like nothing.
Yeah.
She was dead serious. She did not understand what the word poop meant. She just thought it was offensive. And I was like, sure, fine. I'll turn my shirt inside out. Like if I have to, like that's fine, whatever. So we go running through the amusement park and I stand in line behind, like a 13-year-old kid who had his hat on backwards and a t-shirt that said, eat me. And his hat said, blow me.
He's like covering all bases.
Totally fine.
Oh,
No
yeah.
problem.
She's like, what does that mean?
Yeah. But Poop, she's like, I guess you're not going to tell me, but all right. Just prepare. They might make you turn it inside out. I'm like,
Yeah. You're like literally.
Kind of eat me, blow me kid.
I did take a picture of not only selfie with him, but I did have a picture of it somewhere. And I don't know where those files are.
Oh, my-
It's buried somewhere.
That's the best. You're like, go get a Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Yeah. Because like,
Go to the P section.
because like I couldn't even figure out like how to describe it. It was like such a bizarre thing. Like, well, it just means poop. Like, don't.
No, she thought there was a deeper meaning. She's like, there's a deeper meaning with this guy.
Yeah. No.
You must be from New York City.
I'm clearly not from.
Oh, no.
Not from Tennessee.
No. Because God-fearing Tennessee, they don't wear poop shirts.
No. But eat me and blow me is totally fine.
Totally cool. Yeah. That's like on every mud flap.
Yeah, exactly.
You just reminded me. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I sent out about 30 Valentines to friends. I sent one out to Dave and his
I
wife.
did get one. Thank you.
And they were just really cute puppies, bunnies, kittens with a scratch and sniff area that was supposed to be like smells like bubble gum or roses or what, because it's a child's Valentine's.
Right.
I had 2 friends text me. I was terrified to sniff it because I was positive you sent me one that smelled like poop. And I was like, why would I do that? And they were like, well, I know how much you love poop. And I go, I like talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to smell it. Like, why would I do that to you? Like, and I was like, when the first
that would
person,
be a great joke.
I mean, that's not. I agree with you 100% wholeheartedly. It's not that far out of the realm of possibilities, though.
but it's totally in my world. It is because like, can't I just send a loving gesture to my friends on Valentine's Day with a cute puppy or kitten?
I agree, I'm agreeing with you, but I could also see the other side of that being like, this thing smells like shit.
No,
Which would be hilarious if you did that. I mean,
Amazing.
I would have to personally make them. I bought these on Amazon for like $12 for 30 cards,
you should like do it next year. Just be like,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, next year I'm just going to mail everybody some cat shit for Valentine's Day and be like, this is what you deserve.
yeah, this is what you think, right?
Yep. Might as well live up to your expectations.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Well,
But poop is such a funny divider. Even like Dave and I have been doing the podcast for over 3 years, and people are like, how many episodes of this can you really do? And we're like, how many people poop?
Yeah, exactly.
well, you'd be surprised just the number of like stories, news articles. It's kind of crazy. And most people have some people have crazy shit stories, which I love.
Right.
Everybody has a good shit story.
We love a good story. We do not want to physically touch, smell,
Yeah. I don't
be
want
around it.
I don't need to see it at all. Yeah. I mean,
There's
it is.
nothing worse than walking around the city and you're like, oh, that's not animal poop.
Oh yeah. You're like, it's repulsive. You saw someone covered in shit that really needed help. You'd be like, hey man, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to die or something because I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not the guy that's gonna do that. I'm not the person. You know, if they were covered in blood, you might be like, maybe I'll help out a little bit. But shit, you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
No.
But then you can have a T-shirt that says poop on it, and it goes viral in 2004 for what viral was back way before Instagram, and it can be so dividing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people can ask you what does that mean? What does that really mean psychologically? What does that mean?
David.
Yes.
Softball, but yet a very controversial question. What kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
Well, first and foremost, because that's just the only logical way in my mind that it's supposed to go.
Yeah, you're in the big majority on that one, my friend. A huge majority.
I mean, I'll suffer with an under, but I much prefer an over. But man, and I used to really like the Scott tubeless rolls.
Yeah, those are good.
That was a great one. And then they sort of got rid of it. So I don't know what happened to that. And right now I've been using the Target brand, like the double ply. Because, you know, it's a good combination of it's soft and not like that hyper soft. Like some of them is just like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, like
you don't want a towel in your asshole.
Yeah, no, it's too much.
No, but also like when it's so soft, you literally get lint.
Yeah. And it's disgusting.
It's really disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's like your butthole's
I don't
blown
need
its
it to be
nose.
like newspaper, but I also don't need it to be like a full on like plush chamois, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, like you're waxing your car out front.
Yeah, no, definitely. Or like the lambskin, like, so yeah, those are my go-tos.
Nice.
Then when you're done pooping, do you wipe by sitting down or standing up?
I'm definitely a sitter with like a heavy lean.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
I'm a
normal.
leaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very
And embarrassingly, I guess I have a bony butt at points, like when I lean, because I've managed to crack 2 toilet seats in my life.
My partner has done the same. So
Yeah.
you're not the only one,
Oh,
darling.
thank God. Because it's kind of an embarrassing moment. You're like, God, am I that much of a lard ass that I crack?
I shockingly have not cracked the toilet bowl. I don't, but I've definitely wore out those little nubs.
Oh,
Where I'm like, what's going on with this seat? You look down, it's like just completely flattened. I've been there a bunch.
No, every time I use the bidet that's an attachment to our toilet, I have to like slightly get up and shift it back so it's straight because my partner does the lean so much that it goes cockeyed and it like hits me in the left butt cheek instead of my butthole. And I'm like, this is not working.
You're like sitting on it sideways.
Yeah. Thanks to him.
Yeah.
David, what is your first memory of poops and farts as a child?
I was trying to think about this one. This was like the hardest one that I was prepping for. Because I don't know, man. Oh, you know what? I think I can take it back to maybe age 3 or 4.
Damn.
I remember it was still in sort of like late toilet training days. And I was at a pool and, you know, because it was summertime, it was before we moved to New England. And I remember going into the bathroom and then realizing like, oh, my mom's not here. And, like not knowing like all of like the things you're supposed to do. So I remember being stuck in a stall and like sort of calling out for her, and like some random dude who knows how old this person was like, no, buddy, you got this. Like, your mom's not coming in, and sort of talk me through it.
You got this.
You know?
Time to put those big boy pants on.
He's your hype man. Hype man in the bathroom.
Yeah, totally. Like,
come on.
Listen, it's going to be all right. Your mom can't come in. You know, like, you're just going to have to like figure this out. And so we talked through it. And then, you know, after that, it was fine. I don't think I ever saw the guy.
That'd be even more awkward.
Well, probably more for him.
Oh, shit, that's awesome. Good memory.
Or you come out of the bathroom, Mom, I have a new friend, this older man.
So-
what are you doing in the bathroom with him?
Like, yeah, he just shit. It's pretty great.
You did a good job. My name is Phil, by the way.
I remember when I was little, my dad would take me and my brother to like sporting events, and there would be that thing where I was too little to go into the bathroom by myself. So my dad would take me into the men's room, but he would announce to the entire men's room, "A little girl is coming in here." And I just like run into his stall, pee, and come back out.
Covert operation. So I
It was
guess.
kind of like, all men with penises by the urinals, please put them away. A little girl is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please be respectful.
I'd be like, what is going on right now? Mid piss, you're like, excuse me? That's awesome, though. Nice.
What is your personal cure for constipation and or diarrhea?
Ooh, that is a good question. For diarrhea, I mean, honestly, chugging a lot of water
Yeah.
tends to sort of help me out on that. You know, in addition to like a banana or rice is usually a good go-to. For constipation, well, also water helps with that. But yeah, I really go for like the kombucha approach. Yeah, or like the sort of apple cider vinegar and honey. Yeah, you sort of do like, I don't know, equal parts of apple cider vinegar and and then dilute that in water and then sort of chug that. I mean, it tastes like kombucha in a similar taste, but
Cool.
if you get the good apple cider vinegar, you get the good probiotics in there.
We just learned from one of our past episodes news story that Dave had that if too much honey will give you diarrhea. I'm learning that honey could be a laxative, and that's like really interesting.
Bees, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Those I mean, that shit. What's the really expensive one? The
Manuka?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's got all those healing properties and everything. So yeah, honey seems to be a cure-all for a lot of things.
Yeah.
If you got,
Yeah.
I gotta eat
That's
more
what it's
honey to keep my loose in the
Yeah.
caboose.
Yeah.
keep it moving.
Yeah, it's also, you know, the honey and the vinegar. It's a good combo.
I'm going to try that. I'd see. This is why I asked this question, because every time I'm more on the constipated side of the chart, and anytime somebody suggests something, I'm like taking personal notes. Like I learned about Swiss Chris through this show, and that's been one of my best friends. So yeah, I'm gonna try your vinegar honey thing the next time I'm constipated.
Well, I mean, I say do it on the daily. Do a glass of it a day. Because for me, at least, I feel like it's in theory supposed to help sort of cleanse and realkaline your system.
Oh,
That's what all the hippies say.
Okay.
so
but
how much
definitely-
vinegar and how much honey? What's your recipe?
I do, it's probably like an ounce of vinegar and like maybe like 3/4 of an ounce of honey. Like I just sort of eyeball it.
Right.
And then that's, then I fill up like a pint glass or like one of those like 20-ounce glasses from like the stadium, you know, like the novelty
Oh
glasses.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I usually just drink about that.
And so
Yeah,
it's
at some
then you
point.
dilute it with water.
Then I dilute it with the rest of it with water. Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
But yeah, on the daily, it's supposed to help sort of regulate your stomach
I am going to
and then
have to
sort of like
try
realkaline
this.
everything.
Your gut
Wow.
I
flora.
tend to feel like less bloated, and then yeah, it keeps things moving.
Oh shit! I want to try this. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, what a great tip.
I like it.
I mean, you have to like vinegar. Like if you have a hard time, because it can be intense, but if you're into it, then yeah, they say, you know, like the Bragg's or whatever that one is.
Oh yeah,
like the unfiltered.
Is the best.
Yeah, they say that's the best one because then you have like all that probiotic.
And do you do it in the morning after a meal?
Sort of any time throughout the day. When I was going to the office, I would do it usually right when I got into the office. Like I'd have my cup of coffee, and then that was sort of like the next beverage up. And now I sort of go in waves of doing it if I remember to. But yeah, sometime throughout the day, I find it best if I do it after a run. Because then it also helps it helps your body or helps your body process more fluids.
right.
Wow.
Damn, I'm definitely gonna try that now. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I was after a run. It's perfect. Wow.
After 158 episodes, we're learning new things all the time.
I love this.
Yeah, it's like that weird hippie, you know, like cure-all.
Well, I've heard people do they do the apple cider vinegar shots. I've seen that before, but I like your thing a little better. It doesn't seem as harsh.
Yeah, the shots are like too harsh. I think it's too acidic for your throat, really. So yeah, you just sort of dilute it out, and then it's like, you know, it can still be strong, but then if it's too strong, you just keep diluting it.
Yeah.
But with the honey, it's also like a little lemonade kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little, okay.
And then if you get, you know, like the other sort of hippie approach to it is if you get raw local honey, like if you go to the farmer's market and get stuff that's in your area, it has all the pollen from the things in bloom in your area. So it's supposed to help with your allergies, which
Wow.
I don't know if that really has worked for me, but that's what they say.
Interesting. Shit, man.
I love the cure-all.
I like that tip, though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
My mind
trying
is
that.
blown.
Yeah, I gotta try that. We have some pretty decent honey here in the house, so I'm gonna try that with the apple cider vinegar.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm in.
great.
All right. Maybe a little homework assignment.
Yeah.
Report back on.
I expect a full report, you know.
Yes. I'm like, here's my movements now.
Before this episode, every episode we record like a little opening. So maybe Dave and I, when we record the opening to this one, we'll be like, and we tried it. And
I'm like, post run.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah, that's rolling the dice. Yeah, that's dicey.
shake it up.
Yeah.
And David, what products do you use to help you with pooping? Anything from supplements, stools, wipes, sprays, bidets? Do you eat stuff to make it smell better? What do you do in your poop ritual besides your apple cider vinegar?
The wipe on occasion, you know, the wipes, that's been a great invention. The adult wipes, man, babies don't know how lucky they had it. So yeah, I throw those in there, but that's probably about it. Nothing else crazy. I mean, if I'm traveling, I did a lot of work in Europe this summer, and I was very excited that there were bidets there.
Yes.
So that was great. And they all have them like almost incorporated into the toilet. So they're kind of like the Totos.
Yes.
Which if I could modify my bathroom here to do that.
Well, you can get a snap-on bidet.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't think it works with my building's like toilet system.
Is you have the pole instead of the tank?
Yeah.
Oh,
I like the
yeah.
industrial, like.
Yeah, those are hard. Yeah.
I can email you later. I just actually got for my partner for his birthday a fancy travel bidet, and it's electronic. So then that way,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
yeah, my friend Sucklord told me about this, and he was like, this is the brand that I like. So I actually bought myself one, and then I was like, I gotta get a separate one for my partner.
Nice.
Sounds kinda great.
Yeah, his birthday is actually a couple days after this episode comes out, so
That looks like the antenna of a walkie-talkie or something, or a baby monitor.
I know.
I was like, is it a baby monitor?
I know there's a
awesome.
baby on it, but David, not to we don't shame anybody on this show for any reasons, but I have to ask you, do you flush your wipes?
Yes.
Okay, we're just going to educate you about fatbergs.
Oh, I know. all about-
He's like, I'm flushing that shit now.
I mean, I do try to make sure I get the flushable ones.
That's a lie.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I also don't use them on the daily.
Okay.
They're not like a regular.
That's like a special occasion.
Yeah.
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 I know.
Right?
I saw that whole thing about fatbergs, and I'm like, oh, that is
Horrible.
horrible.
Yeah.
So,
It's a horror movie.
Yeah.
it really is.
Another reason to get the travel bidet, electric bidet.
Yeah, we said there's a bunch. There's a bunch now, like way more, like little handheld ones. Like, I mean, that are
Yeah,
great.
this one's handheld, electronic.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. I'm so
great.
excited. And it folds up really small. Yeah. You can squirt your tushy
I got a little travel bidet. It's nice.
home and away.
They're great for travel. They come in handy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
They're great for camping too. Just saying.
Okay, David, our favorite question of the hour. Bristol 7 coming out of you, and there's no toilet in sight. Do you poop in your pants or somewhere on the floor? Floor versus pants.
Now, am I at home or am I like?
The location is wherever you choose, from forest to subway, but there is no working toilet anywhere nearby. And it's coming.
I mean, the scenario usually sets up better if you're like out and about, like running some errands in the middle of like the city or something. But again, fielder's choice.
But if you have I have.
Because listen, if I'm in the woods, like there's no problem just leaning up against a tree and just letting it go all over the floor. That is
There.
Acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, that's just nature. But if I'm running out and about,
You're on a crowded subway in New York.
if I'm in a crowded subway in New York, I just got to take that L and go right in the pants. Like, I mean, it's gonna be bad enough that it's gonna smell, but like, there's nothing worse. Like,
But in a
that's
crowded
one thing.
subway, you can point to anybody.
Yeah, you can kind of be anonymous.
But if you have short, but you're not anonymous if you got shorts on or white pants.
Right. But yeah, I would have to go in the pants for that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Now, if there was a way that I could like duck around, like if there's an alley, maybe I could drop it. I don't think I'd be that successful. Like I'd be probably getting stuck, like trying to find a spot, and then I'd just shit my pants anyway. So
yeah, that happened to me not too long ago. So
that happened to Dave recently.
Greg, it was just the exact same thing. I'm like, my wife's like, go over here. I'm like, no, I'm not going there. And then it's too late. You're like, it's too late. It's happening.
Yep.
I gave it a good try though.
Rough.
But David, has any of the ever happened?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, not when I've been fully out and about, but there have been times that I have gotten stuck in the elevator in my building, and not stuck like it stopped for like any length of time, but yeah, I was just coming home and it was like, I don't know how your body, it's like you were real close.
Fails.
Yeah, just a fail. I was like literally like 2 feet from getting the key in the door, and it's like, well, okay. So
your body's like close enough.
Yeah. So it was not a proud moment. Fortunately, no one was home, so it was like I could just run in and just like make it to the bathroom and change.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I feel like that's like a common thing. Like your body's just like, you know what? You touched the door, so now just unloading. It's like we're home. This is close enough.
I peed my pants on numerous occasions because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just nothing you can do to prevent it. Like, like I've been there, and like you tell yourself, like, no, you're almost home. You're gonna make this.
Mm-hmm.
You've got it. Everybody's like, no, you don't got this.
Your body, your eyeballs are just like, you know what? This is good enough. I think
Totally.
He's not gonna be that embarrassed. It's like he's right here.
Like he's got a shower.
Yeah, the shower's only two more seconds. He would have been in the shower and you the bathroom anyway. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the worst. But thank God it's not happened to me that I can think of where I've been like fully out of the building, where I've been like walking down the street and be like,
you're not like a half an hour from home.
Or have to like duck into Bed Bath & Beyond or Barnes and Noble and be like, ooh, I gotta take care of this.
Well, thanks for sharing that. I mean, yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And last question, what is the worst public bathroom you've ever seen? Sounds like you've been traveling recently. Maybe there's a European toilet that you walked into and were like, nope.
No, fortunately, those were okay. I got lucky on these last couple trips. Man, I'm trying to think. I mean, there were definitely some questionable bar bathrooms back in the day.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mars Bar.
Oh, God. Mars Bar was horrible.
CBGBs.
Yeah, those are all bad. Like Cheap Shots had a really bad one at points. But I'm trying to think of one I went into. I think I was driving back from upstate and we pulled off somewhere at a gas station and it was just foul. Like we all ended up using the ladies' room. It was like, because it was one of those like gas stations where like the bathroom's on the outside. You have to get like the giant key, but clearly the key didn't really make any difference. But it was just like it was disgusting.
I'm sure. Again, it's holding a mirror up to society in this country, how crappy our bathrooms are, especially because everybody knows. That's the thing. It's like everybody knows a gas station bathroom is like a nightmare. But we are like, whatever. It's just what it is. You're like, no. Can we just get this shit like looking like your regular bathroom at home? But it's a disaster. Awful. You just know before you even open the door. You're like, fuck this.
Yeah, that one I definitely didn't go in. And I went into a different one that had like 2 stalls, and it was like one of the stalls was just overflowing. Like it was like it had not been flushed, and it was just like out of the top. I was like, I don't even think I could stay in that and use the other, like the urinal. Like now, like it was worse than like a porta potty, Like,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Because those are always just gonna be bad. Yeah, like there's just no hope in them.
Oh my God,
it's so curious when you see those in also like a gas station. You're like, obviously nobody cleans this. Nobody has any interest.
No,
because someone probably just really like blew it up. And like some of those employees are like, oh, I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Oh, hell yeah. Exactly.
Like,
there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Gas station bathrooms that's like top 3.
Yeah. Although I was scrolling through a photo library, just trying to find other pictures. And I found the best bathroom. I completely forgotten about it. It wasn't filthy, but it had the best collection of dick drawings all over the bathroom, like just massive and crudely drawn. And there's just nothing funnier than that. Like,
Museum of
and they had two that were like crossing, like sword fighting. It was amazing. I forgot about those.
We follow an Instagram that just posts like bathroom art. If you find the photo, I'll send you so you could submit to them.
Oh, that'd be great.
I had an ex-girlfriend that she pitched an idea for a story, but she would go into bathrooms and do a review of like all the artwork on the wall. And it was like in this little puns. It was actually pretty funny. I remember being like, "That's a pretty good idea," because bathrooms in the city are like just destroyed. So,
oh yeah,
there's always decent artwork and weird, writings. Woo! All right, we're gonna move along from this, and we're gonna get into our other segment we like to call Shitty Choices. You never have to wipe your ass again. Like it's just there's like snap your fingers, never got to wipe your ass again. Or you can take selection B, which is you get $1 million, but you can only wipe your ass with the same unwashed rag forever.
Oh,
but you get $1 million, $1 million cash, tax free. Boom.
Oh, I'd go option A. To never have to wipe again. That'd be great. I mean, the cash would be awesome, but no.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. I just wanted to throw out the money out there and see what anybody would say. I mean, the same gross like rag. Oh, that would be like.
Oh, so disgusting. I mean, listen, I wash my hands like every time I bring my dog back in from a walk and she's pooped, like, and that's going through a plastic bag to pick it up. Like, I don't touch anything until I wash my hands.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dirty rag is the same one.
I mean, you might have to put like a little rag station next to the toilet. That's where you just have it hanging there. There's a butt.
Like, oh no, I can't use it. You can use the toilet paper, but I gotta get this little shit rag over here.
You're like, oh man, I put it down at this awesome new house I bought with the money. Someone goes in your bathroom and is like, what?
No, I feel like you would need your $1 million just to cure all the problems that your asshole would have.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I just laugh at the fact someone's like, "Hey, where's your bathroom?" Like, hey, don't go into that one. Why not? Well, you shouldn't go in there. This house is great, but there's a downside to it.
Yeah, I mean, are you allowed to use a bidet first and then the same rag?
I mean, in this scenario, bidets don't exist. It's just you and the rag.
Then absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I upped it to like say 10 mil, and the age you're at now, like let's just say you were 70. I would take that deal because I'm like, I ain't got that much longer on the planet. Fuck it.
I mean, I could figure it out.
Yeah. For 10 mil. No, you never clean it. You're just using it.
But you can still shower, right?
You can still shower, so you can just take a shower, I guess, after. But you have to use the rag. Like it has to be utilized every time.
I would take the 10 million if I could shower.
Yeah, I mean, look, my diet would drastically change. I would barely be eating. People would be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, I just don't like to eat. I don't like to eat anymore.
Yeah, high fiber everything.
Oh my god, I would be like, dude, this is like live in the shower.
Yeah,
that rag would be. You get out of the shower, you open the door of the curtain, you see that rag just sitting there back staring back. Oh, it's so gross. Okay, 3 for 3 on just never having to wipe again, which would be delightful. I mean, that'd be fantastic.
I mean, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is the best. Oh
like
my god,
animal in the woods.
Yeah.
Woo, holy shit. Oh, okay. It's so stupid. All right, I have we have I just kept thinking about people like coming to visit your house. They're like, oh my god, man, like that's great. You got a new place. It's like, oh, it's beautiful. And they go into the bathroom like, what is that like dirt? Oh no, that's why.
I had a friend of mine years ago that she said she came home and her hand towel had shit all over it. Ugh. And she knew it wasn't hers, and came to find out that her landlord came into her apartment, used her toilet, and then used her hand towel.
Oh, that is I'm like, guess what? This year's rent's free.
Yeah. I'd be like, first of all, no, you're not allowed in my apartment without my knowledge. And no, shit all over my towels.
Like, I would have bagged that like fucking a Law and Order episode and been like, we're working on some kind of deal here, okay? Oh my god.
I mean, this was years ago. Mm-hmm. We were at it was an international trip, and we were in some like bed and breakfast. And Europeans don't have very large toilet paper rolls, typically. And she ran out and couldn't find any else. So she ended up using like one of the hand towels at this bed and breakfast, and then wasn't sure to do with it, and then like hid it in a trash can and put it in like the back corner of like the. Yo, you gotta tell them or get rid of it. Like,
Yeah.
Souvenir.
Do you
Bring
think?
that shit home.
I mean, I don't know where my brain's going with this because I'm just made me think of it. Like, do you think someone's been so fucked up or drunk enough where they've gone and taken a shit in the public bathroom and they couldn't figure out, or like anywhere, and they just like couldn't get the paper off the roll, so they just took the whole roll and used that to wipe their ass with? It's like jammed up their ass. Like that's had to have happened, right?
it's had to have.
Like someone must have done that.
Oh yeah.
And if anybody out there has done that, please email us.
Email HeyPoopyPodcast
Yes.
@gmail.com.
Yes, I want to hear about that because that's insanity. But anyway, moving along.
We love a good story.
Yeah, we do love a good story. We're gonna do a little news, so here we go. Okay, so I was a bit shocked and disappointed that I just found out about this. This is kind of like
Whoa.
the answer to a mystery that we have talked about on this show a bunch of
Ooh.
times. So
Plot
let me
thickens.
go back in time a little bit. We did a story about, I believe we did a story about this, or maybe on another podcast, but I'm pretty sure we did it on this show. In Canada, this woman had gone to a Tim Hortons.
Oh my God.
Yes, and she just basically shit all over
Yes,
the floor. And
we know that.
yeah, I'm just giving like a recap.
Yeah.
So in the video, the woman takes a shit on the floor. That's like frantic. She's like going crazy. There's no audio, just like a closed, CCTV kind of thing. So anyway, she went to throwing this shit at the workers at the Tim Hortons. It's awful. And we always kind of wondered like what happened. Like, I mean, you kind of assume what possibly transpired, but like, so this article comes from Oddly Through the Munchies portal, which I thought was hilarious. But this was reported from this woman named, or it's that woman, man named Mac Lemereau from Toronto. And this was from 2018. So I don't know how we didn't find this until just now.
Oh.
But basically the headline reads, "We finally know why the angry Tim Hortons pooper pooped."
Whoa.
Subline, "For the love of God, just let people use your bathroom." Yeah. Well,
I
that's
totally
right.
have said that.
Well, I definitely she wanted to use the bathroom, but she was like, "Yes, you're correct." But it's also another issue, which I thought was part of the issue too. The whole thing had transpired. This lady was decided to go to the bathroom. We'll post a link to the video and everything. But what the rundown was, Tim Hortons has a policy where anybody can use the bathroom. You have to be a customer because it's a franchise. Some people will be like, they can just basically say yes or no, and they have to give you a key or buzz you in, and like to the discretion of the employees, they could be like no. The reason this woman was not allowed to use the bathroom apparently was because she had some issues with this particular Tim Hortons before. They didn't say what the issues were, but apparently it was crazy enough where they're like, "You're not going to the fucking bathroom."
Oh.
So she went fucking apeshit nuts and then just dropped trowel, and which makes she had to use the bathroom, which makes sense that she just took a shit so fast in the video. But yes. And then Tim Hortons responded to the video saying like, the fast food chain didn't let the woman use the bathroom because of past, quote unquote, past behavior and out of concern for the immediate safety of team members and guests in the restaurant. So now that's
Well, that concern got worse.
yeah, well, that concern got worse. And I want to know what now it's like a whole nother mystery. I'm like, what happened before?
Yeah.
But in this particular
And is
instance,
she banned from Tim Hortons for life? Like,
I mean, I'm assuming, but they said the police picked her up, we
don't even know that. Do they know her name?
their name's not in here, but this is from 2018.
I want her on the show so bad.
Well, the police picked her up. Well, let's put it this way: if she's shitting on the floor and throwing, shit at people, I'm not sure she's gonna figure out how Zoom works. But maybe I don't know. She could be totally with it, except for this one particular part in her life.
I feel like she's the OG Karen. Like she's.
I mean, the video
know?
it's intense.
It is.
Like the body
it's one of my
language.
favorites.
But yeah, so basically, like the police picked her up. They charged her with public defecation. She was eventually released and has promised to make a court appearance at a future date. So again, this happened so long ago. I don't know what the outcome is. I will diligently look online and see if I can find more information. But that was the.
If you can find her name, I swear I will go up to fucking Canada and hunt this bitch down to get her on the
with
show.
a hazmat suit on. Hey, don't get any crazy ideas, all right? She's got like shit all over her house.
Need to like revise that bathroom policy. Like I get it.
Yeah.
You don't want people like tromping through there, but there either need to be better public bathrooms around.
Yes.
Or
I mean, we could try to contact Tim Horton because they did say, again, it's 2018. They said, meanwhile, Tim Horton said they will be quote unquote looking into the matter further.
That whole Starbucks bullshit about like. Remember when they were being racist and wouldn't let people use their bathroom?
Well,
and
no,
then they had to, like,
they arrested two black men that were just sitting in Starbucks. They weren't even like using the bathroom. They were just like.
I thought there was also like a bathroom thing because then they had to like stop them all, and then they realized like we have to let the bathroom be open for everybody. I guess it was just not.
I
just
think
the
that
bathroom.
particular one was they were just hanging out at Starbucks, like working, like, and then they were
loitering.
Just like, like they were considered loitering. They're it's like, But I think as a result from that and some other instances, I think they're just like, we just gotta let people fucking in here because we're ridiculous. But
what I'm trying to say is like Starbucks was the public bathroom of New York City until COVID hit, and now it's impossible, literally impossible.
But I also don't understand how a coffee shop can't have a bathroom.
Thank you.
Because there used to be that Starbucks on like 14th Street, which was like, it was like near Urban Outfitters, like, and they didn't have a bathroom. And it's like, how's a coffee shop where you're giving people like hot fluids and diuretics not have a bathroom? Like, and there's a couple other like coffee shops like that. Like there's a La Colombe that doesn't have one. Like, guys, your coffee is amazing. I'm going to be here for an hour.
Yeah. I was in the financial district a couple weeks ago, and I think I talked about this on the show. And I went into Rite Aid, fucking Starbucks. I went into 5 places, and finally Chipotle let me pee. I didn't even have to poop. And I was like, this is fun. And the only reason I could use the bathroom at Chipotle is that 2 of the people who worked there were like eating something, and they were sitting next to the bathroom. And I was so desperate. And I was like, can I please? And they were like, yeah, here's the code. Don't worry about it. And I was like, you're my hero. But like it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like you got to find a good, not even a good, just a hotel. Yeah. Just find the hotel and like go find the lobby. Bathroom.
Like you work there. You're like, I saw you. Like you're staying there.
Like you just, it's like, all right, I'm staying here. I'm meeting somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're not here now.
But some of these places like Starbucks, you're a multi-billion-dollar chain.
Yeah.
Hire people to clean those fucking bathrooms. I'm sorry.
I know.
Just make it happen.
Or else pay your employees a fucking like passive living wage. Like pay them like actual like real living wage. Maybe that'll help.
Or maybe allow them to unionize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benefits. You know, true vacation. I mean, just like all that stuff. Someone will be like, you know what, this job's good. Let me clean this fucking bathroom up. Because I'm not going to do it for what you're paying me now. It's like, fuck off.
Totally.
So,
No, but it just also hire somebody who's like comes in a hazmat suit who knows that people from the streets of New York have to pee
or
and poo.
Make every bathroom, public bathroom, like one of those like self-cleaning bathrooms. Like you step in, it just cleans it up, foams it up. You come in, you're like, bam, new. Like everything's like a fucking like you're on a ship.
Well, one of my favorite bathrooms in the city is the Bed Bath & Beyond on 18th and 6th Avenue because there is a bathroom attendant in there.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
But, they redid it.
Oh, I haven't been there in a minute.
So they remodeled that bathroom. So what I discovered about that, because that was always my go-to.
Yes, it's one of the best.
It is. But so there was always the front one. But what I didn't know for a long time is there's actually a second bathroom in the back.
Ooh,
double
pro
bathroom.
tip.
Yeah, but now they've redone the whole thing. So it's only the one in the back. Yeah. But the Marshalls and the TJ Maxx, both in that same building, also have decent bathrooms. So
very good to know.
This is like that Seinfeld episode. Like amazing facilities.
Or the gem of the area.
Ooh.
Container store across the street.
Ooh.
Container store, nice. I've never been to that bathroom.
Store.
Wow.
I rarely go into like bathrooms in a department or store. That's good to know.
Oh, I figured them out. Like I have like plans. Like I have a small bladder, so I'm like walking around like, nope, I got to figure out where this bathroom is.
Yep.
So I have like a whole like system
Oh, that's great.
around like certain neighborhoods.
David and Dave, you might have a lot in common, but David and I have the small bladder.
Oh
problem.
yeah.
Yep.
We need to talk. Have you? We should send you the link for. Oh God, what's his name? The guy who did the bathroom map.
Great.
Yeah, I have it set to my Google map. So you just like link it to it. I'm like, this thing is amazing.
smart.
You're like, boom.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, so much. We went over so many things, and so David, thank you so much for being on our show. And I mean, we gotta figure out a way to like get one of those poop shirts at some point. We'll do a trade. We have like lots of HeyPoopy products.
Yeah, I'll make sure that happens.
And you can just pick whatever you like, and we'll just send you stuff, and we'll do the whole thing.
Or maybe we need to start selling your poop shirts on our merch and giving you.
Yeah, collab. And I'll make sure to put the little registered. Oh my God. Well, if
You should just take a picture of the trademark and put that on a t-shirt.
I know. Well, you know, the funny thing is, so I found it because I was like, I should have it ready for this. But when I got it, I don't know if they still do it, but they had a form for like a third party, like trophy company that would do like an engraved version of it. And I meant to get like the plaque.
Oh, that would have been so fucking great. Oh my God.
It was on my, so yeah, I didn't get the official like trademark plaque. Sure.
Dave, don't you have that toilet trophy?
Oh, I do somewhere. And
I feel
have
like
a
you
little
should do
toilet
the
trophy, like poop. Bam. And it's like you won something.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you want to plug anything, or if you want people to know where you are, like please do so now if you feel so inclined.
I mean, you can feel free to find me, on Instagram if you want. It's Aquanasium is my main. If you want to follow I have a new art one going on. Photo quilting is on there. So feel free to check that out. So, But yeah, those are the only real plugs I got going on.
Okay, cool. Nothing wrong
I'll
with
try to
that.
get poop shirts back in order,
Yeah, I mean, I think
back in rotation.
I think the shirts should definitely, that's a fun thing. I think you should think about, maybe a limited edition kind of thing, like make it special, Awesome. Well, thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for the great pro tips with the vinegar, honey, water solution. I love that. And
hopefully it works out for you.
And some key bathroom spots around the city. That's huge.
Yes.
Yeah, the TJ Maxx Marshalls around the city is always a good. It's always a good find.
That's good to know.
I love that.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And thanks to the audience out there. Thanks for laughing and learning everything but with us.
And happy pooping, everybody, and enjoy your butthole.
Go to HeyPoopyPodcast.com or email us at HeyPoopyPodcast@gmail.com. You can send in show ideas, guest requests. Check us out on Twitter at HeyPoopy, Instagram at HeyPoopyPodcast, TikTok, HeyPoopyPodcast, and our awesome new Facebook fan page. Go check it out at HeyPoopyPodcast. We're also on Discord at HeyPoopyDumps, or you can contact us at our new awesome hotline, 203-998-5579.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect for Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen. Edited by Dave. Executive producer Stormy Leather. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy!